Europäische Zentralbank legte den Referenten.
This is the Opie and Anthony channel.
And now, a show the likes of which America's never seen. So appalling, so offensive, yet so entertaining.
It's not your normal show.
Beamed from satellites in space down to you every single day.
What planet are we living on?
It's the Opie and Anthony show with Opie.
We're experts, and we already know this is going to be great radio, so shut the fuck up.
And Anthony.
I live in a big house, I make a lot of money, and I fuck attractive girls.
And little Jimmy.
I don't even like in our opening, it sounds like a little...
You dang over there, don't listen to dang over there.
Stop with that shit.
And now, here they are. Why am I introducing these buffoons? I'm William Shatner, goddammit.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, hi there, peoples.
How's everyone today?
Folks.
What happened?
Just addressing the imaginary group of people that we're chatting to.
Yeah, you hope they're listening.
You know,
who the fuck knows?
It really is just a leap of faith here, talking into these mics. There's no fucking video feed that shows us the people listening intently.
I go home and think there's no use for this radio show. Like, what are we doing? We get together and just talk. What does it mean? It means nothing.
Service for the people.
Then you have like strong opinions because you got a microphone in front of you. Who gives a fuck?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What I say doesn't matter. This show doesn't matter.
It's just wacky.
It's like we have to get together and do this every day. For what? I don't even know. I don't even know. It's just the strangest thing ever.
It really is a pointless exercise, isn't it?
Every day it's pointless.
Pointless.
It absolutely is pointless.
It just goes.
Hopefully, you entertain some people on the way to their jobs.
Yeah.
Maybe make them laugh. Maybe make them think a little. But if you really break it down, this is just nonsense.
It's like everything else, though.
None of us hang out when we're not here. There's little hangouts, but nothing like serious or deep that means anything in the end.
No. It's true.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
At least we're not driving a train and texting.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I'm saying it. I said it yesterday, and I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
Because this idiot was going 82 miles an hour when he had to get that train down to 30 miles an hour. The Metro North derailment, of course, just north of the city, right near the Henry Hudson Bridge, I believe. And now they're looking at the train going, nothing wrong with the train here.
Yeah.
So they talk to the, I don't even know what they're called. Is he a conductor? Is he an engineer? Is he, what is he?
I would say the engineer of the choo-choo.
Well, how about he dresses like one?
Yeah, he's kind of just like...
He's zoned out, he said.
Well, if this is my point. If he's admitting to zoning out, because he's not stupid. He knows his business, and he knows they checked the train, and they know the train was fine. He has to say something. Yeah. So if he's admitting to zoning out, that means he was abso-fucking-lutely texting, just like I said yesterday.
At the beginning, he said that the brakes didn't work. That was his first thing,
Well, of course, you got to say something.
And you got to hope that in the wreck, something happened where it looks like
they destroyed the brakes, right.
So, and that didn't happen.
Right. Yeah.
Now he goes to phase 2.
Phase 2 is like, all right, I zoned out. But the real thing is going to be, I think, texting.
Yeah.
And then I guess there's been a few other, train derailments around the world in recent months or last year or two. And that's exactly what the reason was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the engineers were texting.
Yeah, little text-a-rooney.
What if he fell asleep? You said it went to the throttle went to idle for 6 seconds. What's that mean? I mean, does that mean that you have to hold it and it goes idle, or can you hit it with your knee and have it go idle?
I don't know. I think you got to let go of it.
He was texting.
Oh, maybe.
He was texting. I don't think you fall asleep.
I think he was sexting.
Yeah.
He might have been sexting.
Oh, damn.
That last text is going to be a doozy. It'll be on the front page within the next day or two. People lost their lives for this, and it's going to be like, hey, man, I've got some good deals on Black Friday.
My train in your tunnel.
Right.
Or I want you to suck my orange.
That's right.
Sorry.
No.
I don't know. He either fell asleep, I doubt it, or he was texting. I don't think there's any other options at this point.
Maybe it was a suicide attempt. Tried to kill himself.
Just knowing that a train could be going 82 miles an hour and they got to slow that fucker down to 30 for this, like, pretty much a dead man's curve. That doesn't sit well with me.
No, and it's all up to some guy.
You always think that there's something else in place just in case the human fucks up, where the train could realize and do something. I don't know. In this day and age.
They said that they're supposed to have things in place to do that by 2015, but
2015. How about they have it in place now? What are we waiting for?
Well, they said they have to push it forward now because they're of funding and everything, and technology and whatnot. Come on.
Imagine if
GPS.
Imagine if you went on a roller coaster and you had to depend on a fucking human being
for every corner and hill and turn.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's pretty much what's going on here.
Yeah, you're on like a fucking roller coaster.
And this guy has to go, oh, that's right, this crazy curve is coming up. I got to slow this thing down to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And he hit it going 82 miles an hour. People are lucky they didn't end up in the river.
Yeah.
What, the one train was, the nose of it basically was touching the water?
Yeah.
And how did the engineers survive? Are they in the back these days? How does that work?
No, it must not have been a bad fucking derailment for the engine.
Right.
You know, the engine probably just fell off and the rest of the car's kind of whipped around.
But he's in the front car?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right up front. Good view.
Oh, so that's all right. So that car doesn't look too bad. And then there was the ones on the side that I would assume had the people that died.
Yeah.
Right by the water, too, man. He stopped probably 5 feet from the water.
He didn't stop nothing. The train stopped itself.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I'm just saying it stopped.
Yeah. There was no stopping. This guy fucked up. Yeah, but they're lucky that thing didn't go into the water.
Where was Superman?
To stop the train on the track.
There's no Superman.
They didn't say that once in the movie Superman.
No.
Not the word Superman once.
What?
In the movie Man of Steel, they don't say Superman
Why?
once. I don't know. It's weird. I noticed that.
Oh, the newest one?
Yeah.
Because they probably would get sued or something.
She says, like, super, and then
They
they
stop her.
Why?
And then, I don't know, I think it's kind of
That's
like...
some copyright shit, right?
No, I think it's
No,
just
it's him.
hokey to call him Superman these days. Maybe they were trying that whole angle.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I didn't even notice.
Isn't it hokey to have a movie like that to begin with?
You'd think.
The red cape's a little hokey. Like
Right, exactly.
Hokey that, yeah.
The stupid cape that obviously wouldn't fly whatsoever.
This dumb cape.
You would think they would have a better flying apparatus for Superman.
They say Superman once in the movie near the end.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming in. I don't know.
But why, though? Eric, you know?
No, I don't know why they... I know they're making the character darker, but I don't know why they weren't saying Superman.
Well, you got to make all superheroes darker.
In character.
Because every time they try to reboot it, Superman's failed. Because no one gives a shit about a clean-cut superhero.
Yeah, I guess so.
So he's got to have some demons, right?
Well, that's why during all the fight sequences, people were dying, and he wasn't saving them. He was just fighting... what's his
it was
name?
pretty fucking... Yeah, it was. There was shit blowing up and throwing
People
train
falling out of
cars at each
buildings
other
and
and
stuff,
falling out of
And he
buildings.
was just beating the shit out of Zod, but not helping everybody else like he would in the other movies.
Yeah.
All right, we got engineers pissed off at us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Jerry on Long Island. Jerry.
What's up, guys?
Long Island Railroad, huh?
Yeah, Anthony, that train was being pushed by a locomotive, not pulled.
Was it?
And the engineer was in the back of the train. They were actually pushing. They were pushing that towards Manhattan.
That
and this
sounds
prick,
very dangerous.
Huh?
This prick had to have been on the phone. I mean, there's no two ways about it. There's so many signals and fail-safes, maybe not mechanical, but enough to know. He's rode that route before, and it's going to come out, like you said. He's going to be texting his buddies like, hey, man, and then 12 people die because of him.
Well, what's the possibility that he actually fell asleep?
I don't think, man. I mean, you're so aware, or at least you should be. The guy is a 20-year vet. I mean, he should know. Like I said, it's not the first time he was put on that route. So I would say he didn't fall asleep. I'm going with, like you said yesterday there, Opie, that he was texting. But, I mean, the train program that the Long Island Railroad goes through is so rigorous, and these jokels up at the Amtrak, it's not even close to what you go through for the Long Island Railroad.
So
they want you to they want you to be perfect every day,
right?
Because of things just like this. So this guy's.
And it probably, I mean, be honest, it probably gets boring after a while when you really, know your job.
It's just like you guys complained this morning about your job.
Right.
It's the same. Anything
never
you
do that.
It's just going to get boring. I know, right?
Especially if you're pushing, you don't get to see anything. It's at the fucking the butt end of a fucking car.
Right.
You're not even looking out the window.
Oh man, you can't even see where you're going.
You're barely paying attention because you've done it over and over again for so long. So then you start thinking to yourself, you know what, I could probably do a little texting right here.
Yeah, I'm going to text.
And
then you get into what you're texting about. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, fuck.
Just another word. Fuck, I misspelled it.
Right.
Let me check how that's spelt. And there you go.
And that's how things happen.
The newer engineers, believe it or not, are more safer than the guys who have 20 years on. Because these guys come out of, their training so aware and so afraid, is the correct word, that the newer guys are better. The older guys, they don't even know what the signals mean half the time, and there's different signals for different tracks and different tracks for different...
Can I ask you a question, sir? How do you push a car like that? I don't understand how that works, and how do you see where you're going?
You don't see where you're going. You're just relying on the training you've been given, and you just run the train.
How do you know when to go left or when to slow down? How do you know what to do at any moment? Or there's something on the track?
Yeah, there's signals that you'll see on both sides that give you a heads up of what's to come.
Oh, okay.
And you just know. Not like I said, these guys run the same routes all the time. It's not like they know the railroad.
Yeah, like the back of their hand, and that's what I'm getting at. So you start.
Yeah, the training you go through is ridiculous. I mean, you have to write from memory, just for the Long Island Railroad, Penn Station to Montauk, and you have to get every station, every switch, every signal perfect. If you mess up one switch, you fail out of the program, and that's your final of your fifth test of the day.
Wow.
So it's insanity. You have to be perfect, and it drums home their thinking because of shit like this.
How many stations are there?
There's well over 45, 60 on Long Island alone.
Wow.
So
it's crazy.
So it's almost impossible to have the train going 82 miles an hour into a 30.
Yeah, by itself, absolutely not. This guy was completely in control of that train. And not to mention, Jim, you said before that it went idle 6 seconds. I forget exactly what you said. It went idle 6 seconds after it derailed. Oh. This thing was doing, the idle was at whatever until 6 seconds after the fact, not during the actual into the turn. He went into the turn at 82 and then, oh, shoot, everything started going wooey, and 6 seconds after it stopped derailing,
technical terms he's using.
So maybe he was sleeping for all I know, but there's definitely, it's all human error.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious it's human error. It was obvious when we saw this a couple days ago.
So,
all right.
I mean, punching out, boys. Have a good day, all right?
Thanks for the knowledge, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Next stop, Hop Hog, next stop.
Seems like a train could derail easier by pushing it.
Yeah.
It just seems to me like you go around a curve and it's being just line of cars being pushed as opposed to one pulling the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah, see? So that's on the front page of our paper today. That's a biggie.
I guess they don't turn trains around this day and age.
What do you mean?
Well, if they get from one station to another and then they got to go back, they just go in reverse instead of...
Probably saves a lot of time to do it that way.
The old days, you put them on a roundhouse.
Right.
Remember the roundhouse? It was like a Lazy Susan for trains. And then they'd pop them on there, turn it around.
And that was it.
And then send them
the whole thing around or just one?
I think just the engine.
Okay.
And then, and then they would be facing the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know much about choo-choos, except they're pretty cool to play with as far as electric trains go.
They're not.
No?
No.
As a kid, I loved them.
No, they're cool for maybe a half hour. And then you're like, what else can I do with this? And then you start setting up all sorts of shit so it could
crash
derail.
into.
Right. Then you take the turns really fast like this guy. You put stuff on the track.
Yeah.
Put your little brother's foot on the track, whatever it takes.
Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I mean, toys are cool for about a day or two, and then you got to find other ways to use them.
My dad has old Lionel trains, like really old.
Wow, really?
Yeah, man. Like
collectors love that shit.
They do, right?
Yeah, they do.
I don't know anything about them though.
No.
Probably worth like $100 or something.
Oh, I would hope more than that.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
Although you don't know, though. You ever think you have something valuable and you go on eBay and you're like, this is fucking gold, and it's like worth $1.70?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, crap.
Right.
It's worth nothing.
I thought I cherished this.
I cherish this. I carried it from apartment to apartment for years.
Yeah, this is
on
my
end.
nest egg.
Right, exactly. I don't know. Did they like that damn tree last night?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday.
I asked my cabbie if they lit the tree as he was dropping me off today. I said, did they light the tree? He goes, yes, excellent gas mileage. What? That's exactly what he said. I asked him if he pulled if they lit the tree.
God.
He said, yeah. And he starts talking about his dumb car.
Oh, what an idiot.
Really? It's a stupid car.
He knows nothing.
No, he didn't.
It's all about his car.
He missed the
Right.
gist.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes,
What?
65.
Wow.
65 for Ozzy. Jesus.
Ozzy's
Why is Sharon Osbourne telling everyone that she got her pussy tightened?
Probably because they asked her and she's pretty honest. She likes everybody to know she's a nice, tight vagina. I respect that.
I respect that.
Yeah.
You think it was Ozzy? You think it was Ozzy's girth or the kids' heads?
Oh, jeez.
Probably a
So they
combination.
got big melons, those kids?
Oh, it's gotta be the children, I bet.
I bet it's all Ozzy's cock.
Yeah.
All Ozzy's
Yeah.
cock, yes.
Really?
Absolutely. Always give credit to the cock when you can.
All Ozzy's
Of course.
cock.
Ozzy's cock. It's huge.
That sounds ridiculously painful to tighten up a vagina. How do they do that? What do they do? Do we have one woman out there that had this done so they could tell us?
I bet there's some cutting of meat involved.
Oof.
And stitching up where it was.
Really?
Yeah, you got to take out some real estate, I'm thinking.
Let's wake up Dr. Steve. Let's wake up Dr. Steve.
Well, the labia minora has to be eliminated to an extent, and then we...
You have to
Stitch
slice
up.
it, and then you go in there and you tighten it up. It's kind of the way you take like a piece of fabric. Like, let's just say you're doing your suit or your shirt or your socks, and you're tighten up the inside of the walls, and the embryonic fluid will leak onto your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wake up Steve and find out how that's done.
How that's done. Well, that is exciting.
No, the Paul Walker crash, he was only going 40 to 45 miles an hour. That was it.
That's all it takes, huh?
And he was going around a little bend. Oh, he was supposed to be only going 15. It was one of those type of deals.
Whoops.
15-mile-an-hour zone. They were going 40 to 45.
He was just in a car with some guy. He just, like, the guy was like, hey, take a ride with me for...
Yeah, but they
Couple
weren't doing
minutes.
anything crazy.
No.
They weren't drag racing. The car was going 40 to 45 miles an hour around a bend with 15-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Dangerous fucking
Mechanical
vehicle.
failure may have also contributed to the crash. I doubt it. That car looked like it was...
Yeah.
It looked like it was brand spanking new there, didn't it?
It fucking, I love that burst into flames feature could be taken care of. Holy shit.
Maybe that shouldn't happen.
Right?
The hell were they? What did they have in the car?
Yeah. Fucking
Nitroglycerin?
dynamite bumpers.
Right. And then I guess TMZ's got slow-mo footage that's from a security camera, Sam was telling me this morning.
Yeah, it's kind of behind trees and...
Is there anything to see there?
Stuffs.
Or they're just trying to make more of it
They're
than...
showing it on the news up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they show like, there it is. Boom.
What?
Thing blew up in a second.
I don't see it.
Fucking burst into flames. It's
All right.
behind a tree.
TMZ's got it slowed down. So where's the car?
Boom. Right there. In the little...
That's all it was.
Everything's on video.
But that's all it was. It's kind of in the distance.
And then
It's a
giant
shitty security camera
fire.
video. And then a giant fire immediately. Then how? And why couldn't they get out of the car?
They were knocked
They were only going
out.
40 to 45 miles an hour, though.
Explosion.
Airbags, nothing.
That thing exploded.
That's fucked up.
Did it roll before it hit, or did it just go straight into the pole?
Looks like it just kind of went. You know, it was a turn. They were going a little too fast for the turn, I guess. Even though 40 to 45 miles an hour is not a lot.
No.
And then I don't know. We'll find out more in the coming days.
Poor bastards.
Being on fire must suck. I was watching horrible footage last night of some mob that set a guy on fire. I needed to go to bed.
Jesus.
And just the idea of being on fire, how terrible that must be.
That seems horrific.
The guy kept crawling out of the fire, and they just kept throwing him back on it.
Really?
Oh, just awful.
Why would you do that? I don't understand that.
They, people on fire, looks like it's like really painful right away. And then you just kind of like move real slow while you're on fire right before the end. You're just kind of like, I'm on fire. It's
probably
terrible.
Burns everything away that hurts.
Yes, it burns all the hurt parts.
All the hurt parts.
Yeah.
I have info on the crash. How does Richie from Long Island have info on the crash?
He knows nothing.
Richie.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up?
I just want to throw something into the bucket there. That car was a Porsche Carrera GT when it was made several years ago. It was a $450,000 car. And one of the interesting things about that car is if you don't know how to drive, you're going to die in that car going 45 miles an hour. It's very unforgiving. So I could see this guy coming down at 45 going into a 15-mile-an-hour curve, and this car is just going to hit anything and explode. It's made out of carbon fiber. It'll shatter like a toothpick.
The guy driving it was a race car driver, though.
Right.
Ex-race car driver, so I'm right.
He wasn't very good at it because...
Well, they said it was a mechanical problem. There might have been a mechanical issue on the car.
I'll tell you one thing.
We should have
Any
problems.
sports car should be able to take a 40-mile-an-hour turn, a 15-mile-an-hour turn to 40.
Delivery drones. Amazon shocks world with new proposal. We already explained this to everybody.
It's nothing. It's a publicity
We gotta be taken more seriously. They're not delivering your packages with drones
yet.
People think,
but they could easily say that, like, this is of course it's a possibility that you could use drones to deliver packages, but it's not happening anytime soon. Fucking these news channels got to say, hey man, this is a publicity stunt. Amazon's got everyone talking about them, which is brilliant on their part.
So a pretty good meme there with Obama.
What do you mean?
It's pretty funny. He was saying to Amazon, he goes, look, I'll give you some working drones if you give us a working website.
Nice.
See, because he's got the drones.
Right.
And Amazon's got a website that works.
So they could do a little trade.
Sure.
Honey, I'm telling you, come to the window. I just saw a flying object.
They will be
outside.
justified.
And I know Santa is lobbying against it. The reindeer.
Can adults stop saying Santa to other adults?
Yeah, they do not want to be showed up by a drone.
Santa.
Don't drone me.
Who does?
Santa's lobbying.
Drone drama.
What do you think? Do you think this is a good idea to have private companies
No.
deliver things via drone
it's
to your
not
front
at this
yard?
point.
You know, my neighbor dog would definitely cart something off. What do you
Neighbor
think? Email
dog.
us right now,
Neighbor dog.
friends@foxnews.com.
I'll check Twitter,
Playing
too.
sound effects.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's a
god!
clusterfuck this morning.
It's a fucking publicity stunt.
I hope his neighbor dog isn't watching.
It's a neighbor dog. Drones aren't delivering your packages anytime soon. Stop it already. They're not going to allow that. There's so many issues involved.
So many.
I'd love my Cialis to come by package. You hit a button,
That would be cool.
5 minutes
right?
later.
It's right there.
It says Cialis on the package. Everybody can see.
Because for the business model to work, they're going to have hundreds, if not thousands, of these in the sky at any given moment. It's not happening. And then they'll forget about it. About a week or two, they'll forget they even did that story. And then Amazon in their offices are like, yes, we did it.
Right around.
And they'll be patting each other on the back. Got so much attention.
Around
for free.
Christmas time, we got a bunch of publicity from the news. This is great. Yep.
All right.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.